Welcome to another squat mistakes video. Today's is about rounding over in the squat. So if you're struggling with the video I'm showing you right now, where maybe your shoulders can't get under the bar very well and your bar hooks forward in the squat, this is for you. Not being able to get under a barbell very effectively comes down to probably three things. So we're going to talk about lat mobility, thoracic spine mobility, and pec mobility in this video. The reason that all three of those are important is all your big muscles, like your lats and your pecs, they internally rotate, so they kind of help close your body off. And to get under a barbell, we need to be able to externally rotate. So if we loosen up the muscles that are internally rotating, it allows us to get into a better squat position. First off, we're going to talk about your lat mobility. The first one is a kneeling dowel lat stretch. In this video, I'm going to show you you're on your knees by a bench and you're going to throw your elbows on the top of the bench. While you're there, you're going to hold a dowel underhand. And this is just going to help us get into external rotation a little bit better and focus on the stretch in that lat. From this position, you're going to curl your hands back over your head while you're dropping your chest towards the floor. And you should be focusing on abs staying tight and feeling that big stretch through your back. I would do this for about 5 to 7 reps, focusing on the exhale and the stretch at the bottom here. The second stretch I'd have you do is a hanging lat stretch. So you can use a TRX, a lat pull down bar, any straight bar in your gym, and basically you're just hanging from that, focusing on the big stretch in your lats while exhaling. You're not just breathing out, you're forcefully breathing out here, so you should be pushing your chest forward, arms should be going overhead, and you should be just feeling that big stretch for 5 breaths on this exercise. The second section we're going to talk about is your T-spine mobility. In the T-spine, we're going to start off with a cat-cow. You're going to start off by rounding your back and reaching your back as far up as you can towards the ceiling. So if I had a thumb underneath you, reaching up to try and touch your chest, you're going to try and get as far away from that thumb as possible to feel that big stretch in your back. You're also inhaling while you're doing this exercise. Once you've reached the top of that stretch, you're going to be dropping the chest all the way down and trying to have a tall chest and drop your chest towards the floor as you feel the extension through the middle of your back. You should also be exhaling while you're doing this. I would repeat that 5 to 10 times. The next thing you would do is a quadruped thoracic rotation. So you're going to have your shoulders stacked right on top of your wrists and your hips right on top of your knees to start with. You're going to put one hand behind your head and reach that elbow so it's pointing towards the far wall, and then you're going to open up and you're going to try and show your chest to the ceiling. You're going to open your entire body up, and it might feel like you hit a wall. That's okay. You just go as far as you can, and over time you're going to see that progress where you're able to rotate more and more. The third thing is to foam roll your thoracic spine. A lot of people butcher this by having their shoulder blades pinned together and just sweeping back and forth over a foam roller really quickly. What you want to do is you want to hug yourself. You want to love yourself and pull those shoulder blades as far away from your spine as possible. That uncovers your spine so you can actually work on the spine with the foam roller. Get to a spot that is in your mid-back and you're going to extend and flex over that foam roller 5-6 times, and then you're going to move up the spine and repeat. You shouldn't be repeating over your neck, and you shouldn't be repeating that over your low back. That's your lumbar spine. It should be right in the middle of the back. The last section we're going to work on is your pecs. So to stretch these out, we're going to find any corner of a room and we're going to put your shoulders up at 90 degrees and walk into the corner and put those elbows on the walls and then lead with your chest towards the corner of the room. By doing this, you should feel a huge stretch across your chest, and that's going to be able to free you up a bit so that way you can get under that barbell better. You can do this from just that 90 degrees at the shoulder joint, and you can raise your arms up a little bit to kind of work that muscle a few different ways. And the last thing I have you do for the pecs is an Acu Mobility ball release. This is just some soft tissue work where you're going to put a ball on the wall. You can use a tennis ball, a lacrosse ball. I like the Acu Mobility ball because it doesn't roll around on you. And you're just going to basically jam it into the most dense part of your pec. So that's kind of like your upper region closer to the armpit. Once you're there, you're gonna smash your chest into the ball and you're going to raise your arm and lower it to about 180 degrees back down to your midline. I wouldn't perform all of these before every single session. You can find where you get the most bang for your buck, so you can pick one from each section, and if you prioritize that before squatting, it's gonna allow you to get under the barbell better. That's how you fix the top mistake of rounding when getting underneath the barbell. So now you should be able to get under that barbell and squat boatloads of weight. Like the page, subscribe to the page, like the video, comment what you want to see below. We'll talk to you soon. Rip It Fitness!